Little students, this is your Thursday video for week 19, and I want to tell you about the next history project we're going to be working on. We have been learning about the Renaissance, and at our learning lab we had fun doing a painting after the manner of the Mona Lisa. I'd like you to create an additional painting to explore a little bit more of the techniques that are found in Renaissance art. You're going to be creating a Renaissance style painting, and you get to choose from a picture of a scripture story or Greek myth. Second, you could do a detailed drawing of an object or animal. Third, you can do a picture of a person holding an unusual animal. Or fourth, a painting of a famous person in profile. Let's talk about a little bit more about these in depth. These can actually be painted. They can be used drawn in markers. You can use crayon or pencil to create your drawing. I just would love you to explore Renaissance a little bit more using some of these, one of these four styles. So let's take a look at each of them a little bit more in depth. I'm going to start with number 4. Picture of a famous person in profile. I want you to look at these Renaissance portraits, and they tend to have one thing in common, and that is they're always viewed from the side, right? So I want you to choose someone that you know that's famous. It can be a movie star, a musician, a politician. It can be a person, a good friend, a parent, a family member. But you need to choose someone that you're going to paint or draw their picture in profile, okay? That can be a little bit trickier. If you can find a picture of them on a side view, that's a good strategy to start with. Take a picture of them with a side view to start your picture as well. Okay, there's your first or your last choice, number 4. Picture of a person holding an unusual animal. Well, let me show you this one. This example has a woman holding what appears to be some type of unicorn. It has a horn coming out of its head, and yet it looks almost like a lamb or a little dog. So that's the first example of a Renaissance painting with an unusual animal. The next one is this one, woman with an ermine, okay, like a mink. So another example, they seem to enjoy taking or painting pictures of people holding unusual animals. I'd love to see what you come up with for this one, if this is one you choose. A dinosaur, perhaps. It doesn't need to be a real animal, obviously, or it could be a real animal like a raccoon or a porcupine, something that you wouldn't expect. You can't do a picture of someone holding a dog or a cat. That would be too easy, okay? Can I tell you that one other strategy you may use is a mixed medium collage, and you could cut out pictures from a magazine and use them to create your illustration. Maybe a picture of a person from one magazine ad, and then cut out an unusual animal from another magazine ad and paste it in. Okay? Maybe paste in an unusual background. Collages are another technique that wasn't necessarily used during the Renaissance, but would be a fun way to do some of these pictures and this artwork. Hey, this next one, number 2, is a detailed drawing of an object or an animal. And of course, this is inspired by Leonardo da Vinci. So if you'd like to draw a detailed drawing of a plane, a boat, a car, from the wheels on up, this is a great one for you. If you'd like to draw an animal, okay, studying an animal from different angles, their feet, their heads, okay, things like that. This would be a fun one to work on. Or if you'd like to draw maybe some weaponry, a crossbow, a gun, a bow and arrow, a cool looking sword, this would be acceptable for number 2. Your first choice then was a picture of a scripture story or a Greek myth. And of course, this is something that you're familiar with. Here's a Raphael painting of an angel. So he often did angels, scripture scenes. There were, of course, we've got the Last Supper, which is a story from the Bible. And then because of the rebirth and reinterest in Greek traditions, architecture, and sculpture, a lot of stories that were painted in the Renaissance were Greek myths. So you can see Pegasus, the winged horse, that looks like Hermes, the messenger of the gods. You can see some Greek type figures dancing in the foreground. So if you have a favorite Greek myth, if you're a Percy Jackson fan and have a favorite Greek myth, Medusa perhaps, or the Minotaur, any of the Greek myths are very suitable for a Renaissance style painting or a drawing of some kind. Right, so once you've created your Renaissance style painting, I'd like you to share it with us. You're going to be sharing that in either a Wednesday or Thursday sharing session. And because I love technology and I love using new technology, I want to show you one other way you could share this work with us, and it's called Photobabble. It's a way to add a verbal explanation to a picture, okay? So you upload a picture, so you'd upload a picture of your artwork, and then you'd be able to talk about it. So let me show you one example of a Photobabble. Photobabble is the name of the website. You can go there. It's called photobabble.com. You can sign up for a free membership. And here, let me play this one.
That picture is crazy.
Why do you say that?
Because we have funny faces. Why do we have funny faces?
Okay. So a fun way to just talk about a picture. You'll be telling and explaining what your picture is about, of course, what you've drawn and who it was, what they look like. Here's another example of some little kids who've done some photobabbles of some paintings that they have created. This is a mixed media painting. It's got some paint, it's got some stickers it looks like, as well as some cutouts from a magazine. So let's see what she has to say about this.
On Wednesday, we got a package from Kentucky, and we got goldfish, and they taste so yummy, and I feel like a whole packet of them.
I'm not quite sure what she's talking about. Eating goldfish in a package from Kentucky? I don't know. I thought she would be talking about her painting. But that gives you an idea of creating a photobabble of the artwork that you've done. Tell us how it's a Renaissance piece, how come it looks like a Renaissance piece, and then explain, who is it, what's that a drawing of, what is the object they're holding. It doesn't need to be long, maybe a 20-second narration, a 30-second narration, and then you can email that, post it into Dropbox, and then share it at one of our Wednesday or Thursday sharing sessions. I would like to have those ready to share in about 2 weeks, so please get started on creating a Renaissance style painting and choose from one of these 4 methods of painting to create your masterpiece. And then if you'd like to, you could choose a photobabble or create a photobabble to tell us about it. I hope you will enjoy this history project and continue to read in one of your books that I have assigned, either Fablehaven or Gregor the Overlander or Ella Enchanted. Pay careful attention to the magical scene that is being created in the book through words as well. And we'll catch you next week. Thank you.